Hello everyone, and welcome to the Saturday Geeks Doctor Who Series 9 episode review with me, John Parker, and...
Me, Jack Howling, and today we are reviewing the Zygon Inversion. Great twist from Invasion.
How does that?
This episode had a nice, very... I suppose really the ending was the one that obviously caught my attention, as I felt it to be a very fitting ending, and we'll get into that as I talk about the plot.
Also, excuse
Is
the
the
fireworks.
Yes, yes. It is November the 7th, but you know, some people...
Some people, yeah, they're going to get let go of some of the stock, haven't they?
Yeah. So basically, we continued on from the last episode where we saw the Doctor almost get obliterated by a bazooka. I wasn't saying a homing missile, but yeah.
It was apparently, yeah. It looks like one then.
So as we thought, the Doctor, we thought he had been blown to smithereens. However, that was not the case, or the plane did actually go up. It was the ingenuity and the very smart. I actually don't know quite what it was. Actually,
He had a thingy, didn't he? Parachute. So.
Well, no, actually, I was referring to Clara's intervening with the mind of the Zygon version of her.
I like that.
Because she was trying to alter the thing, wasn't she? The Zygon's perception of things. That's what
Yes,
I could tell.
I couldn't understand why the Zygon wasn't able to get into her head and erase her mind.
Yeah.
Not quite sure what blocked her.
Yeah.
She's just clever.
So as we thought, the Doctor died, but no. He managed to survive from a very nice Union Jack parachute, which is quite
that's
funny.
That's obvious anyway, because why would they kill the Doctor off?
True. So basically this episode mainly was all about trying to bring back the ceasefire and prevent anyone from dying, or preventing a great big war from being unleashed. And the main story from the beginning all the way to pretty much just before the end was basically a race against time to find the Osgood box, the tool that can be used to finally bring order and peace back. However, of course, towards the end that wasn't entirely the case, as we were back in the Black Archive since we last saw it in The Day of the Doctor, I believe, wasn't it?
Yes.
Was it The Day of the Doctor? Has it been almost like a whole...
I think so.
Wow.
I really don't know.
A whole 2 years since we saw it.
Do you know I could get in the Day of the Doctor and the Time of the Doctor mixed up?
Yeah?
Yeah, I can't grasp which one was which. I can, but I have to think about it. I always forget.
Right. So yes, from the start to almost before the end, it was a race against time between the Zygons and the humans to get the boxes and actually bring order back. However, that wasn't entirely the case. And this is the kind of episode I like. The ones with a lot of planning behind it, because a lot of thought went into this. Yes. As we started in the last episode, we knew that this box was the iconic thing in these 2 episodes. That was the one that was like the holy grail, so to speak, of these 2 episodes. That was the main object that was talked about and thought about a lot.
What? The box?
The box, yeah. Although it turned out to be nothing more than just a mere toy. A mere toy to literally confuse them or to make everyone see the truth. That's what it was.
Yeah, I actually was thinking, I wonder if they're going to make it so they're all empty, but I kept thinking, no, they couldn't do that. But they did. So.
No, I was quite surprised actually by that. Although, I think it was when she closed the box, and it was before that, when they realised that there was absolutely nothing in there, that whatever it was the Doctor was trying to do, obviously it kind of worked, so to speak. And that part was the bit that kind of won me a lot. And to be honest with you, it did make me think about how we live today. The wars that we fight today.
Do you know, as he was, that speech he did, right? Yeah. Can we just say about that speech?
Oh yeah. Wouldn't that be?
Give him a clap, Mr. Capaldi. You are the best at speeches. Because I thought, literally, I was thinking, as I was watching it, I was thinking, do you know what? If we took every terrorist or every bad organisation to do with that kind of thing, put them all into a room, a huge room, make a huge projector, multiple projectors, go on and stick that speech up and give it to them. I wonder how many people would turn, because to be honest with you, that was the best way of thinking about that I could ever have mustered. And if anyone doesn't get that, really, what's wrong with you? He was making the best point ever against that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Surprises me, it really does. Because what is the end result, Jack, at the end of the day? There isn't really one. So once you've got what you want, you've lost really because you don't know what else to do. Oh
Yeah.
yes, I've got my own world. That's it. It's the same as the one before, just with those people. There's no difference.
That's why we're like, okay, we're going to go a little bit off topic here.
I know.
But obviously, with terrorists and whatever, once they've done all what they've done, what then?
There is no solution.
And I mean, that speech he made did kind of make me think, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
I definitely
the way his
felt
emotions
something.
going through. The way his emotion, dear God. I mean, that was the most best.
The main part was when he was talking to the Zygon version of Clara and mentioned that he understands what she's going through. Because obviously there is no one in the universe who could say that the Doctor could never understand what they're going through in that kind of situation, because he most certainly does. And when he brought up Gallifrey and what he did, that is what kind of went. I definitely felt it then after that.
Yeah. Very good. I love that.
That was really good. That was really good. And I liked Kate's reaction too, which I will get on to in a moment, because she's one person who I do want to talk about slightly as to what she might be like in the future, but we'll get to that in a bit when we talk about characters. But yeah, it all ended well, and once again, Zygons and humans came together. Whether or not that will last truly forever, I am not entirely sure. Do you think?
I'm sure some idiot Zygon or even an idiot human will be against them, and they'll.
But I think if the next one was to come about, it would be a
future.
lot different. It would be a lot different, I think, now.
Yeah, because I mean the main problem is over. It was just the Bonnie character. She was a bit loopy to start with.
I think if it ever did happen again, the way they deal with it would be very quick and swift, and without any obviously killing, of course.
Probably another short story.
Yeah. So, and then towards the end, we actually finally ended up with 2 Osgoods again.
Yes.
And the question's still remaining.
I thought that was a bit weird, how all of a sudden this Bonnie character is, oh, look at me, kind of thing, and all of a sudden she turns into Osgood, and it's like, you're literally acting exactly like Osgood now. You've lost all that evil, what's the word, prowess? No, that can't be the right word. By the way, you've lost that evil character from you.
Actually, correction. I did say, which is which. We know which one is. Well, actually, no.
Well, I would say the one with the broken glasses was the human one, and the one, or the others are Osgood, and the one with the coat thing on was Bonnie.
What if
but
they switched?
Who knows? Yeah, what if they switched? Exactly. You don't know, do you? Really?
But I think we're going a bit too far with that one, to be honest. But yes, we finally came back with the 2 Osgood. But of course, we don't know whether the one is actually still a Zygon or human. That other one, the D one.
We'll find out soon, as she said.
Oh yeah. But now we got the Doctor and her, who both have secrets. The Doctor's name and.
Yes,
kind of
do you know, I was thinking though,
yeah.
she was so obsessed with the Doctor with a little question marks. I think she started to take on this, I have a secret like the Doctor now. Brilliant, I can exploit it. And I love that. I love how she's like so obsessed with the Doctor, she's got this like link with him in secret.
She's trying to match his
mimic him.
standards. Yeah. Yeah.
And I do like that. I don't know why. There's something about that. It's like she's the kind of person I would be. If I've got like a secret like that I can keep, I'd be like, yes, I'd put a toy with that. I'm just that kind of person. So it's just like I had a connection there.
So now that we've kind of talked about a little bit about Osgood, I do want to pick up one thing on Kate, and that is how she kind of turned.
Yes.
In this one, because I saw that she apologised to the Doctor. Right, because when we first met her, I think we were all expecting him to be like her father, like the Brigadier, a man who's understanding, relatively calm, but no, she was very different, which I suppose is a good thing in the end. But
yes.
I think in this episode we kind of saw that part of her, which is like Brigadier.
Yes, I suppose so.
I mean, the number one person Kate would trust is the Doctor, because obviously her father spent so many years with him, even during his second, third, fourth, and his generations and whatnot. So, seeing Kate change to a person more like her father, I thought was a great step up in her character development. And I think from now on, she might take a more kind of a more precautious approach to things, rather than pointing a grenade and starting shooting. So I thought that's a great thing to talk with her, because
you
her
reminded me about something, by the way, to do with characters.
What's that?
So it's like about the Doctor. When you move on to the Doctor, I'll say it.
Well, I'm finished with Kate now, so go
Right.
ahead.
I was just about to say, The Doctor was putting on an American accent and a very stereotypical one at that. And I was thinking,
Yeah, I noticed that.
do you know why he's doing it?
Why?
This is only a speculation, so I hope I don't offend anyone. But as I said, stereotypical. Because it felt like the Doctor was trying to imitate how many British people stereotype Americans. It's not true, but people like to say, oh, it's always the Americans who are trigger happy. They're always the ones who want to pull the gun to end the problem that they have. And I think that's what the Doctor was trying to get at. He was putting the accent on to say, hey, you know, that stereotype here, Americans like to be trigger happy. Here's a Zygon, she wants to press this button and end, blah, blah, blah. And here's K2, she also wants to press the button and end it with war. Oh, no, sorry, other way around. And then I think the reason why he was putting that accent on is to give that stereotype out. He was basically playing a game with them and saying, hey, you know what, you're acting just like the American stereotype. So that's the way I was perceived it, because why else would he put an American accent on? There's no reason for him to do that unless he was trying to base it off the stereotype. That's how I was perceiving that.
I think he's just trying to store things, to be honest.
Yeah, but there's no other reason why he put an American accent. He could just store without using the American accent, and I think that the reason why he was doing it is because of that.
Fair enough. That's your opinion. That's right. Well, not an opinion, but an idea and a theory. So yeah, moving on from the characters, the writing and the dialogue. Now, there isn't much to touch on except for what we've already spoken about before. Mainly, the Doctor's dialogue, because of how much it has an effect on what happens in real life, what with real wars and whatnot. So I think Peter Harness and Stephen Moffat, as they both co-wrote this episode, actually did a very good job with that speech. I think it kind of spoke a lot about as to how we probably should approach things more than the way we do already. So
God, that fireworks annoying, isn't it? In your background, Jack?
True. So overall feeling, it was a great episode. I definitely there was a lot I got feeling wise from it, and it was one I'd most certainly watch again.
What I will say is that character, we didn't see him often, but we did see him enough for me to comment on him. The Zygon that was turning back into a human and back again.
Yes.
He had the bits of him. Good acting. I liked his acting. It felt very. I was getting pulled into the story a lot more when he was on. I don't know why. There was something about that character that I liked. He was pretty good at acting. Did you notice?
I didn't mean...
Like the way he was speaking, it was like...
I didn't mean to think much of it, to be honest.
Just good acting in my opinion.
Okay, fair enough.
I'd add that.
So, verdicts. John,
Yes.
out of 10, what would you give this episode?
I have no doubt. A very, 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 very high 9.5. Very high.
9.5?
Very high. In fact, you know what? No. Okay. A very low 10. So, a 10. Basically.
You know these high and lows? Let's just stick to a number.
Well, you know, I have to try and give it a bit more specifically. But yeah, okay. Okay, no. 9.5. I don't want to give it a 10 because I feel like there's an episode I'm waiting for that. So I'll give it a 9.5.
Yeah, I've been feeling like that.
Yeah,
I think I'll have to go with yours, 9.5.
No.
So I do feel the same way. I'm still waiting for an episode where it's going to give me a great big oomph.
Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 9.5. Yeah.
That's where 10's going to come in. I mean, Journey's End from Series 4 is a definite 10. And so is Series 3's finale and Series 2's
And going on to the distance.
So, folks, a 9.5 from me and a 9.5 from John. And that's the end of our review. I hope you enjoyed. Join us again next week for our next review. Until next time, see you soon. Bye.
Bye, guys.
That is all we have for today, folks.
Join us again next week on another Sci-Fi Geeks video to find out what adventure we embark on next.
Thank you for watching. Feel free to like and comment on the video below. Remember to subscribe so you can keep up to date with our latest videos.
Till next time,
Take care, stay safe, and remember,
let your geeky side out. Toodle
Toodle
pip.
pip.